Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that this is what we dealt with last year. Yeah. Okay. Okay, family. I know someone like, yo, I want to see your face. I don't look the best, so don't judge
I
me.
forgot.
Let me.
This is
I
a
forgot
rock.
that this is what we dealt with last year.
This is the rock of ages.
Let me share the link to the meeting. Share. Copy. I'm texting the link to WhatsApp. So, Abby, if you want to share and anything, you will have access to it. Where's the EBI case? Okay. 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 So, good afternoon, everyone. It's been a while. I will tell you honestly, I enjoyed the break. So I did enjoy the break. It was good. I know say many of you also enjoyed the break, especially our teachers, taking a little break from every weekend joining. Happy New Year to everyone. And to those who text me, when is the computers coming? When are the items coming? I myself, I don't know. Um, I text the guy that was supposed to do that did the shipping, and I don't know what is going on. I know Tema have received some of their stuff. That means, Ejura, your stuff are still in Accra. I don't know why they are doing that. I don't know whether they are waiting for another shipment to take everything to Kumasi. I don't know. So I'm waiting to get a response from them. Okay. But they are some of them are in Ghana, others too are on their way to Ghana. But what I know is that I don't have anything. EBI does not have anything here in the US. Everything has been shipped until anything that we would decide to ship later. I would say last year, all of us, we truly, truly enjoyed our time. We had a great time. We learned a lot. We learned a lot about what EBI is all about. We learned a lot about you guys, our students. We had a great time with everybody. And what I am so, so grateful is that all that we learned last year, right? We are going to, all that we learned last year, we are going to make it better. Does it make sense? We are going to make it great. We're going to try to enhance it, develop it more, and give you guys the best. We have Miss Abby over here with us today to work with us on our mental health. And we have our Captain Planet, Uncle Tony, also here. We have Mr. Michael from Tema, and we know RC people are also here. So just RC, wave, wave, RC people, wave, RC. Yes, yeah, and I know. Thank you for showing your face for Miss Abby to see. And we have Frantic. I can't see your face, but I know you guys are there. I will tell you, I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very happy. I haven't dressed like this in a long time since the last time we met. So you guys give us the reason to even dress up. Okay, that's how much we love you guys. And we are waiting for our Tema team to also join. And Frantic is here. So I would say you guys did an awesome job last year. And this year, we are hoping for more from you guys. Okay. So I will yield to Captain Planet and Kotoni to give you guys a little welcome, and then we will yield to Miss Abby for us to start. I want you to know that mental health is not, Miss Abby will explain to you, like some will be about them, this is no. Even when you take time to sleep, right? It's mental health. When you stay away from confrontation, it's mental health. When you are putting the health of your mind at peace, and let it be the first thing for yourself. It's mental health. Does it make sense? So we want you guys to all understand that we love you guys. And we want you to understand that as you guys are growing, the environment is changing, the world is changing. You're going to be connecting with a lot of different people, and they are all coming from different backgrounds with different attitude and behaviors and beliefs, right? And the more you know yourself better, the more you're able to be the best for yourself, your community, your family, and the rest of the world. Does it make sense? So please pay attention, and anything that doesn't make sense, don't be shy to what? Ask questions. I love it when you guys ask questions. It helps me to understand that are we making sense? Matthias here. And don't be afraid of your English. We are all learning. Nobody's English is perfect. Okay? Don't be shy about how you sound. Remember, we are all here to practice, to get ready for the future when we grow for the job around the world. Does it make sense? So the more we practice our English, the better for all of us. Okay. So I'll give it to Uncle Tony, Captain Planet, to talk. Okay, Uncle Tony.
Thank you all for joining again. This is our academic year has officially started.
Yep.
Officially started, and we thank you all for whatever that you did last academic year. And most of you guys did a lot. We did the solar car, we did a whole lot. And I believe that whatever that we learned on those times, we can do a recall.
Mm-hmm.
Recall and just do it again. Some people did try to find out which car is faster, the electric car, the wind car, the solar car. They did all that. So this year we are looking forward to do more and more. So, and now we are introducing a new topic, which is one of the best topics for me, about the mental health. And we don't want to wait for something to happen before, but we are always making ourselves as aware of these things. As Leticia says, the mental health doesn't mean that you are crazy or what. Everybody needs mental health, right? Everybody need this kinds of classes. Until on that note, now I don't want to waste time. Let me hand over to Miss Abby and just let's fly this plane.
Okay. Thank you so much, Uncle Tony, and thank you so much, Leticia. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon in Ghana and good morning here in the United States.
Good afternoon.
My name is Abena Adoko-Sando. I usually go by my nickname, Abby. That's why you heard Leticia is addressing me as Miss Abby. I can say that I am very thankful to be part of this today, and I want to thank Leticia for her leadership and all the leaders at Expanding Boundaries. You are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for reaching out to these children and their families and all that you're doing to help raise them and give them the skills they need so that they can grow up to become a successful adult or successful adults. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I work with a lot of individuals who have mental health disorders, and it's a passion that I have. I love to talk about mental health because I believe that mental health is a subject or a topic that people do not talk much about because it carries some form of a stigma. People talk a lot about their physical health, for example, how you can take care of yourself so that you do not get high blood pressure or diabetes or high cholesterol or stroke. people take a lot of time to take care of their physical health because they do not want anything to happen to them physically. But when it comes to mental health, I feel like people shy away from it. People do not want to talk about it. People feel like if we say mental health, that means that I am crazy. That means that something is wrong with me. But we all forget that we all have mental health. We all do have mental health, and we all have to take care of our mental health, because just like our physical health, if you don't take care of your physical health and you don't eat right and you don't take care of yourself physically, you could possibly get diabetes. That's the same thing when it comes to mental health. If we don't take care of our mental health, it gets bad. And my objective today is really to help everybody understand what mental health is, to be able to differentiate between mental health and mental illness, and then learn ways to improve on your mental health. Before I go ahead and start with the presentation, I just want to know what you think about mental health, or when somebody comes, says mental health, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? I would like to know what you know about mental health and what your thoughts are about mental health, and then I will share my information with you. So please, who wants to go first? Come on, anybody can talk. Do we have names? I may start calling on names.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
my name is Frederick
Hi,
from
Frederick.
RC.
Okay, nice.
Mental health means a person who has problem with the mind.
That's what you think mental health is someone who has a problem with the mind. Okay, I understand your point. We will see. What else? Who else?
Hello. This is Scarlett from IC. Mental health is someone who is not normal in his brain. Hello. Hello.
Else? Yeah. Anybody else? I'm writing your answers down so that I can address them.
Hello,
Yes.
my name is Reid Michael. Mental health include our emotional.
Okay. Very, thank you. Anybody else? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Thank you so much for your response. I appreciate that. And I'm very glad I got this response from you so I can address them. So let's see what mental health is. When we talk about mental health, we are talking about our minds. We are talking about our emotions. We are talking about our well-being. It's about how we think, how we feel, and how we act. Okay? So it's about how you are feeling, and it helps determine how we handle stress, we relate to others, and make healthy choices. Just like our physical health, it is important that all people at any age group. So I'm going to explain what I just shared with you. So when we talk about mental health, it's about our emotions. What are some emotions? Happy, right? Sad, angry, excited, afraid, shy, guilty, tired, jealous, loved, hopeful, bored, proud, sorry, embarrassed, surprised. So our emotions, we all have emotions, don't we? We do, right? We all do have a mind, right? It's about how we thinking. Do we all think? Yes. So when we talk about mental health, it's not about someone who has a problem with their mind. I will get to that. But when you talk about mental health, we all have mental health because we all have minds, right? Do you agree? Can you nod your head? So are we on one page that when we say mental health, it includes me, it includes you, it includes everybody. Do you get that? So when we say mental health, now when you say mental health, you think, oh, I have mental health because it's about my emotions. It's about how I think. It's about how I feel. It's about how I interact with other people. So just like you all have physical health. Remember when I began, I explained that we all have physical health, right? That we have to take care of our physical health, our bodies. I'll give an example. And this example might be like a little lame, but it could be, it's the perfect one. So for example, what if you don't take a shower? What will happen to your physical body? Can somebody answer? If you don't take a bath, what will happen to your body? I will give you a response. If you don't take a shower, you begin to stink. You begin to smell, right? You have a bad body odor. Nobody wants to be around you because you are smelling. I'll be like, this person stinks. I do not want to be around the person. And the longer it takes for you not to shower, your body might begin to give you signs. You may get some rashes on your body, you know? That's your physical body, right? Do you guys understand where I'm coming from? Can you nod so that I know that you're getting me? Can you nod? So if you don't take care of your physical body, like take a shower, your body will stink. You have a stinky armpit. Everybody will look at you when you pass by them, be like, this person stinks. And the longer, or let's say you do not brush your teeth. Oh boy, have you woke up in the morning, your morning breath, woo, you wake up in the morning and you begin to speak without brushing your teeth. You have the morning breath. Everybody will be like, ooh, this person, their mouth, it stinks. Ooh, I can't stand here now. That's your physical body. You see the physical symptoms, which is telling you that you've not taken care of yourself physically, right? So that's your physical body. Now, your mental part, which is your mind. We all have mental health. So just like we all have physical health, and if we do not take care of our physical health, our physical bodies will begin to give us signs and symptoms that something is going on with us physically. The same thing happens with our minds. We have to take care of our mental health. So mental health applies to me. Mental health applies to you. We have to take care of our mental health. So the next time somebody says, I'm going to take care of my mental health, you should be clapping for them. Because the person is working on how they think, how they feel, how they act, how they interact with others, so that they can be in good mental health, okay? So another definition of mental health, it says, what is mental health? Mental health is being able to think clearly, being able to interact appropriately socially, developing appropriate coping skills to manage or deal with stress, Mental health is about self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, having good relationship skills, and being able to make good decisions. So remember, your mental health is all about your mind and your emotions, how you think and all that. But like when we talk about mental health, it's about you being able to think clearly. And this is very broad. This presentation that I'm doing is very broad. It's like I'm giving you an overview. I'm giving you like an introduction to what mental health is, because moving forward, we're going to be talking more about how to take care of your mental health, and I will break it down and we will talk about some of these things that I'm sharing with you, like how can I think clearly? Interacting appropriately socially is about being able to talk to a friend, a brother, a sister. How do I communicate appropriately with other people? All these things, it's your mind that's helping you do it. And stress, being able to handle stress. What is stress? Sometimes you may have, let's say, a difficult schoolwork that you need to do, you do not know how to do it, and it's causing you stress. It's like you are afraid, you don't know how to do the schoolwork. Or sometimes something bad may happen to you or your family member that makes you feel sad and is stressful, you know. And we will talk about stress another time, but I'm just giving you example, you know. Mental health is about you being aware of yourself. Who am I? What are some of the things that I like? It's about learning about who you are. Mental health is about self-management. Self-management means that being able to handle yourself, your emotions. When you are sad, how do you handle that? When you are angry, how do you handle that? When you're feeling irritated, when you cannot sleep at night, when something is bothering your mind, how do you manage yourself so that you feel okay with yourself? It's about being aware socially, being aware of what's going on socially, what's going on right now in Ghana. What are my friends going through? What are my family members going through? Other things like that. It's about having good relationship skills. So I see all of you students sitting together beautifully, you know, and being able to interact well with these other individuals you are sitting with is very important. How can I be a good friend? How can I be a good sister? How can I be a good brother? How can I be a good daughter? How can I be a good son to my parents? How can I be a good person to the people that I call my friends, my siblings, my parents, my aunts? How can I have good relationship with all these people? And then mental health is also about being able to make good decisions. Okay. So when you talk of mental health, these are all the things that we all go through. Is that right? Can you give me a nod? Are you agreeing with what I'm saying? Can you nod? So when we talk of mental health, it's about me. It's about you, because these are all the things that we all go through. So when the next time you hear somebody say, oh, mental health, say, oh yeah, I need to take care of my mental health too, because mental health affects everything that I do. My mental health is what's helping me be in control of myself, be in control of the people I have relationships with. And our mental health also helps us to be good citizens, because when we have good mental health, we are good people. And we do well in society because we're taking good care of our mental health. Okay? So, are you guys getting what I'm saying? Can you give me a nod? When you give me a nod, it helps me know that you are getting what I'm saying. So, let's say, and you guys are seeing my slides, right? So, excuse me. Let's look at mental health. what mental health is and what mental health isn't. Excuse me. So mental health is important. Mental health is important because it helps us take care of ourselves, helps us make good decisions, help us to be able to cope with stress, improve on our relationships, help us to be better citizens. And it helps us make the world a better place. What mental health isn't, so mental health is not a sign of weakness, okay? So when we talk of mental health, don't think that, oh, this person is weak. That's why it's when they talk of mental health, it's not a sign of weakness, no. Mental health is something that everyone has. I told you, I have mental health, you have mental health, we all have mental health because we all have a brain, we all have a mind, we all have emotions. As I'm speaking, I'm seeing some people smiling. I'm seeing some people, because your mind is processing what I'm telling you. And so your mind is what's helping you to interact with me. So that's your mental health. And my mind is helping me also to communicate with you also, So we all have mental health. I have mental health. You have mental health. We all have mental health. We all need to take care of our mental health. Okay? And mental health is not shameful. Never be ashamed of your mental health. It's something that you should actually be proud of. Because when you begin to talk about mental health, it means that it's something that you have become aware of, you're taking care of it, and it's helping you be a better person. So as I'm even talking, I'm thinking of ways I could work with Leticia and the rest of the team to even come up with a logo with a spanning boundary about our mental health, so that it's something we all do and we become proud of it, and it makes us happy, and it makes us, it raises awareness, because now we are going to be people that are proud of our mental health because we're taking care of it, and we will be encouraging other people to take care of their mental health so that we can become a better society, we become better people. So mental health is linked to probably physical health. Okay, so mental health, when we say mental health, is linked to physical health. Remember I spoke about physical health. Your physical health is your physical body, taking care of yourself. And if you don't take care of your mental health, it can affect your physical health. So let me give an example how mental health is linked to your physical health. So let's say something very bad happened to someone. And what can I say? We are in COVID season, so I'll use COVID-19 as an example. Has anybody here had any family member who has had COVID-19? I hear somebody, Frati, the guy in the blue shirt, were you saying something? It's okay. We are interacting, please. I would like to hear from you. So for example, I'll give an example, okay? So COVID-19 season, everywhere in the world was shut down in 2020. Excuse me. People did not have food to eat. People were home and people got very sick. So for a child, I work with a child, and the child's parent was very sick. And because of that child could not sleep at night. They cried a lot. And when they woke up in the morning, they didn't feel like brushing their teeth. And so it went on for days. And what happens when you eat and you keep not brushing your teeth? You begin to get cavities, right? Cavities is when you have like this, like germs in your teeth, and it can cause a lot of problem for your teeth. So because the child was feeling sad and it went on for many days, and their mouth was smelling and their teeth began to have a problem because they felt sad for so long, for so many days. So you see that how the child was feeling, which is their mental health, affected their physical health because they were sad, they were crying a lot, they didn't feel like doing anything. They will wake up, not brush their teeth, and it went on for days and days and days, and they begin to have a teeth problem, which is physical. So you could see the cavities in their teeth. So mental health and physical health is linked together. I just wanted to give that example. Did you get that? Can you nod your head and say, got it? Okay. Mental health is not all in your mind, okay? So people may say, oh, mental health is all in your mind. No, as I said, mental health is big. It has so many things. Mental health is worth making time for, okay? Mental health is something that you take time and you tell yourself, and this is one thing I would like for you to do. And Miss Letitia, if you can please add that to it for me, something they should do is to find time this new year as you are setting goals. It's a brand new year, so you set goals. What do you want to achieve this year? One of the goals you need to set is for your mental health. What can I do to take care of my mental health? I'm going to set a time aside to take care of my mental health so that it can help me be a better person and help me take control of myself, okay? So one thing about mental health is not a destination, but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you are going. So what this means is that mental health is not something that you say that, hey, I've taken care of my mental health and this is it. I don't have to do anything. It's a process. As long as you are alive, just like every day you are taking a shower, you are brushing your teeth, just like every week or two, you have to wash your clothes so you can have good clothes. The same thing is with your mental health. You have to make it a point to take care of your mental health as long as you live, to help you be able to be in control of your life and to be able to handle life problems. Life is hard. Life comes with challenges. Life comes with problems. And if you're going to be able to do all these things, you have to be able to take care of your mental health. And we're going to talk about how you'll be able to take care of your mental health also. So, and also I wanted to say that mental health is not feeling good all the time, okay? Life comes with challenges, but if you have good mental health, if you make it a point to take care of your mental health, when the challenges come, you are more able to handle it better because you have developed some good coping strategies to help you handle life's challenges, okay? So so now let's talk about mental illness. So when I ask the question, when it comes to mental health, what comes to your mind? Somebody had said that it means that you are like, let me word it just the way the person said it. Someone said when they think of mental health, it means that someone with a mind problem. So here is the difference. The difference between mental health and mental illness is that mental health is your general state of well-being of your mind, something that you should look after, taking care of your mental health, your mind, your emotions, how you feel, how you interact, how you make decisions. So when you talk of mental health, it's not a problem with your mind. But when you talk of mental illness, okay, now there's a difference, mental health and mental illness. So mental illness is the state of your mental health, okay? So when something interacts, how you feel, how you think, how you communicate, how you behave, that is mental illness, okay? So for example, I'll give it, what example should I give? Mental illness. So this might be a horrific example, but I think that will explain it better. So let's say you are walking, okay? And this example is pretty horrible, but I think I want you to capture that picture. You are walking and then a bus passed by you and the bus gets into an accident, okay? The bus catches fire and then you see people bleeding, people dying. Very horrible. And you look at it and you are shocked and you are surprised and you're like, oh my God, look at what just happened to these people. Seeing somebody just dying. And so you become very sad. Then you go home. You can't even eat because what you saw was horrible. You go to bed at night and you begin to have dreams about what you saw. And then in the morning, you can't wake up in the morning because you feel so afraid. You don't want to go out anymore. You don't feel like sitting in a bus anymore because you begin to think that, oh my goodness, if I sit in a bus, something bad might happen. So you see how what you saw out there is affecting how you feel. You become afraid. You don't feel like eating. You don't feel like talking to anybody. You stay by yourself. And it goes on for days and months. You crying. Maybe at first you used to like going for walks. You used to like being around with your friends. You stop doing that. Even when you go to school and you are learning, the thoughts keeps coming to your mind. So you can't even, the teacher is teaching, but your mind is somewhere else. Your mind is on what you saw. Because you've been terrified. And it's rightfully so. So when we say somebody with mental illness, it's something that has happened to them that has caused them to be able, not to be able to function like the way they usually will function. They are overwhelmed. This is just one example. They are not able to do the things that they used to be able to do. Like get up in the morning, shower, be able to go to school, do their schoolwork. They used to be a friendly person, but now they can't be friendly, or they used to be able to enjoy, you know, sitting in cars and going for rides. Now they are afraid because their life have been interrupted with this horrible, horrible trauma. And we will talk about trauma also at another time, because what they've experienced is traumatic. And so, and this is just one example. So when you talk about mental illness, it's something that has happened to you that has disrupted your mind, the way you feel, the way you think, the way you behave, the way you act, the way you communicate. So that's the difference between mental health and mental illness. Okay? So here, mental illness, there is a myth. When we say myth, it means it's not true. Okay, so the myth, people say that people with mental illness can't be cured and they are a menace to the rest of society. The only way to handle these types of people is to lock them away in an asylum. That's not true. That's a lie. The fact is that all mental illnesses can be treated. Some mental illnesses can't be cured, but they can be managed so that individuals can lead a full and productive life. Okay? So mental illness, okay, can be treated. All mental illness can be treated. Okay? I want you to look at this picture here. Some people may say, this is what, are you guys seeing the slides? Nod your head if you see the slides, please. Are you seeing the slides? Okay, thank you. So mental illness, do you see what mental health is often defined as? So people, you see the yellow circle and the, is it gray or blue circle? People say mental illness, they separate mental illness, them. People say them, mental illness, those people, they are mental illness. And then mental well-being, they say us, this is us. We have good mental health. We take, no, this is what mental health actually looks like, okay? So you see the line here, all of us are between this state. We are between mental well-being and mental illness, okay? Because if you don't take care of your mental well-being, it can lead to you having mental illness. We are all between mental well-being and mental illness. And I will explain. Signs, so mental well-being is being able to take control of yourself, being able to manage your emotions, being able to make good decisions, being able to interact well with people, being able to solve problems well, being able to be a good citizen of society. It all comes with having good mental well-being. But as I said, these are things that you learn, because if you do not learn how to take care of your mental health, you may not be able to have good mental well-being. And if you do not have good mental well-being, you see the line, you may begin to shift and shift and shift, and you may get mental illness. And mental illness can be treated if you get there, but we don't want you to get there. So before you get there, we want you to take care of yourself so that you can have good mental well-being. So here are some signs of mental illness. Some sign, now here it is, okay? Here is the thing, get me. We all get anxious, okay? We all get afraid. The fact that you are anxious doesn't mean you have mental illness. The fact that you are afraid doesn't mean you have mental illness. The fact that you are crying doesn't mean you have mental illness. The fact that you are withdrawn, or you are having sleep problem, or you are using substance abuse, which is drugs, feeling guilty or worthlessness, or changes in your behavior or feelings doesn't mean you have mental illness. Listen to me very clearly. We all have these problems. We all experience all these things. Do we all feel sad sometimes? Yes, we do feel sad. Do we all feel anxious sometimes? Yes, we feel anxious. For example, if you go into somebody's house and the person has a dog, what do dogs do? Some people are afraid of dogs, okay? And it's okay to be afraid of dogs. Your body is just telling you you are afraid because you are afraid of dogs. And it's okay to be afraid. These are all feelings we have. What makes it becomes mental illness is the longevity of it. How often is this happening? For example, if you are afraid, what started, and every day you are afraid, sometimes you are afraid for 6 hours in a day. If it begins to interfere with your daily living activities. So for example, all these things, okay, it's okay. But how often is it occurring? How is it interacting with your daily life? How is it affecting your relationships? How is it affecting your schoolwork? How is it affecting how you feel about yourself? How is it affecting how you function in life? So let's say you are sad, you are worried, you having sleep problems. It doesn't mean you have mental illness. But if it goes on for about a year, every day you are afraid, every day you are having sleep problems, every day you are fighting with other people, every day, you know, all these things, how often is it occurring? Has it become a problem? How many months has this been happening to you? Then we have to take a look at it. Then we are looking at, you remember the spectrum I showed you, then you are moving from mental well-being, you're moving from here, going more into mental illness. That's when you come to see me. That's when we begin to look into what happened to you, because something must have happened to you for you to feel sad all the time, for you to be having problems sleeping at night all the time, for you to be not able to concentrate in school and do your schoolwork, for your grades to be dropping, for you not to be able to have relationship with a friend, like being a good friend. Something has happened to you. So when you come to me, what we will be looking at is what happened to you. We begin to look into some of the things that has happened to you that has caused you to become so down, to become withdrawn, to not feel like you are beautiful or handsome, or you don't feel like life is worth living. What happened to you that you are always getting into fights? What happened to you that you don't feel like being around anybody? So these are some of the signs. As I said, if you are experiencing these things, it doesn't mean that you have mental illness. But if it's happening every day or weeks, or when it gets into the months and it gets into the years, then we begin to have mental illness, because it's something that attention hasn't been paid to. Okay. So what mental illness actually look like? Okay. In bed, hibernating, eating. Some people, like, you are eating all the time or not eating at all. As I said, if you are eating all the time, it's not that you have mental illness. Get that? It's how often are you eating all the time? How long has this been going on? It has to happen for months and months and months. It has to happen sometimes, like, you look at the duration, you look at the months, the weeks, the years. How long has this happened? Because sometimes we all feel like eating a lot. For example, I'll use myself as an example. I haven't been to Ghana, and I'm trusting in the Lord that I will come very soon, because I can't wait to meet you amazing people and to talk about mental health and do some activities with you. I love Ghana food. One of the foods that I loved a lot in the morning was Hausa cocoa. I haven't had the real Hausa cocoa in a long time, so I'm craving for Hausa cocoa. So the day you see me in Ghana, I will be eating all the time, morning Hausa cocoa, afternoon Hausa cocoa, evening Hausa cocoa, snacks Hausa cocoa, because I love Hausa cocoa. Does that mean I have mental illness? No, I do not have mental illness. We all do that. Or you go to a party and there is food, you see your favorite food, like, oh my goodness, there is jollof here, there is wachi here, there is, oh my, today I'm going to eat. Does that mean you have mental illness? No, you do not have mental illness, okay? But it becomes a problem though, when this is every time, every day, morning, afternoon, evening, like you can't help it. You can't help yourself. Or sometimes you don't eat at all. Sometimes people are very sad and very down, they don't eat at all. And sometimes for example, this example comes to my mind, depression, I'll use depression. Depression is somebody who is very sad all the time, who is withdrawn, they don't feel like doing anything. They are in bed sleeping all the time, or they cannot sleep, they eat a lot, or they eat very less, they cannot concentrate, they don't want to be around people, they are withdrawn. I'm using this as an example because it's a perfect picture for you to understand how the mental illness might kick in. So for example, you lose a loved one, someone died, okay? And in COVID season, a lot of people have lost loved ones. So if someone died, what is the first thing? You are sad. You become very sad and you experience all these things that I'm telling you. You cry a lot. You are withdrawn. You do not want to be around anybody. Sometimes you may not eat at all, or sometimes you may eat a lot. And this goes on for days, and it's very normal. So, and actually, it's encouraged that you grieve, because if you do not grieve, then you are going from mental well-being to mental illness. Because if you lose a loved one, someone you love dearly, and it's a loss, you have to let it out. So when you see people crying, when you see people angry, when you see them not sleeping at night, it's normal. That person doesn't have mental health. That person is grieving, and they need to grieve. Encourage them to let it out. That's actually taking care of their mental well-being. How it gets into mental illness, this is the difference, okay? So this person is grieving, and the person has lost their loved one, and it's going on for days, weeks, months. So this person that lost their loved one, they have grieved. However, it's been months, let's say 8 months, this person is still not the same. This person is still having sleep problems. This person is still not being able to eat well. This person still have low moods. This person has not even been able to go back to school because they cannot concentrate. They are overwhelmed. So when it goes on for months, okay, remember, if it's, I see it, oh, okay. Yeah, I see Miss Letitia put in there. If you have any questions or comments, you can put it in the chat. Excuse me, and I will answer it after I'm done. So when the person that lost the loved one have these experiences, like it goes on for months and they are the same. Okay, so in my world, so when I have somebody coming to see me, they've lost a loved one. And it's okay to talk to a therapist if you lost a loved one, even if it's 1 week, because the therapist is there to support you, to encourage you. It doesn't mean you have mental illness. I believe that everybody needs a mental health therapist. Do we all have doctors we go to see just to check our physical health? Yes, we do. But how come we do not have mental health therapists to go check on our mental well-being? Because we think that if we go and see that person, we might be looked at as crazy. No, 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 no. I think just once a year, you need to just go and see your mental health therapist, talk to them, let them do an assessment, just like your doctor looks at you every year. They check your weight, your height, and things like that. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm getting so many ideas. I can't wait to come to Ghana. The things I'm going to do with you guys, I can't wait. We are going to have so much fun, because I'm thinking when you need to see a mental health therapist so that they do an assessment on you, just to see where is my mental state. It's not that you are crazy, but to point some things out to you so that you say, okay, these are the things that are going on with me and I need to pay attention to so I can take care of myself, so I can get better. But anyways, back to my depression statement that I was making. So how it gets into depression possibly is that this person hasn't been themselves over a year that they lost the loved one. They are extremely down, they are withdrawn, they are not eating, and sometimes they even feel like they will be better off if they are not alive anymore. When I say that, that's having suicidal, passive, when you feel like sometimes maybe I'm better off not being alive, it's called passive suicidal ideations. And that is telling me that you are moving more from mental well-being into mental illness. And it can be treated. It can be treated. Okay? It can be treated. So, as I said, mental illness can be treated. Mental illness and goes on for months and sometimes years. And so when it gets to that point, you lose control because you've not taken care of yourself. All right. So mental health, mental disorders, okay, mental illness, it can be grouped into different categories, okay? And the first one is the mood disorders. So when you say mood disorders, somebody, and I'll talk to you guys more about some of these disorders later, but for example, mood disorder, depression, bipolar disorder, eating disorder, somebody who eats a lot, eating a lot all the time, or eating disorders, or throwing up a lot, making themselves throw up. Personality disorders, that you feel like today you are this, tomorrow you are, you have different personalities. Cognitive and developmental disorders, that's the cognitive disorder, some people are born with, like, naturally, they are born with, it's called intellectual disability. At first, it used to be called mental retardation. You are born with it, so it's your brain, something happened to it. And most of the time, people with intellectual disabilities, they cannot function independently without the support and help of other people. Or developmental disability, sometimes you talk about like Down syndrome. These are all things that happens in the womb. So you talk about, we'll look into that. Anxiety disorders, excuse me, that's like anxiety disorder could be very anxious. You are very anxious. And these things, when I'm talking about them, we all experience one or two of these things. But as I said, it's when it begins to affect your daily life, that's when we need to look at it. Psychotic disorders are the ones that, like schizophrenia, like hearing voices, seeing strange things and things like that. Then there is the substance related disorders. That's like people that use drugs like cocaine and all these other drugs, marijuana and things like that. And then mental disorders, there are also some physical disorders, because you may have some physical pain and other things that the doctors cannot find any problem with it. And it could be,
sorry for interrupting you.
Sure.
Yeah, even if we don't finish today, We will continue next week, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Mr. Michael, one of our teachers from Tema,
Sure.
he's asking a question. He's
Right.
saying that I was not eating for a month, only water and fruit.
Sure.
Went for checkup, but I was told anything was wrong. So I guess he's saying that he went for checkup and they told him there was nothing wrong. And he's asking what could have been the cause.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Michael, for your question. What I'll say is that you were eating fruits and you were drinking water. There is always, in my field, when you give me 1 month, I cannot really come up with anything because they want us to have like, there is a pattern, if it happens like anything between 6 months going. So if it had gone on for 6 months, if it had gone on for about a year, then I begin to really look into it. But this is what I'll tell you. Whatever the situation is, you were able to bounce back from it. But when you look back, think about it this way. Did something happen to me? And it could be anything. That's the self-awareness. Part of mental well-being is the self-awareness. Think about it. What happened before I got to this state? What were some of my experiences? Did anybody do something to me when I say do something to me, that's like maybe did somebody say something bad to me that got me down, or did I watch something on the television? What happened to you? So you have to go back and look back at your experiences that you've been experiencing with maybe your relationships, with your family, with your friends, at work. Did something happen that may have caused me stress to be in this state, But the good thing is that you said that after a month, you were able to become yourself again. So what I'll say is that continue to learn more about yourself and that self-awareness. What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What troubles you? What are some of your stresses? And so begin to look at some of these things and, okay, when I feel sad, what can I do to help me feel a bit better? Things like that. So, excuse me. So these are some of the things that you begin to look at, and it's going to help you become more self-aware and be able to develop. Everybody needs a coping strategy box, like a toolbox. Who are my support system? And these are, as I said, today something is like a general overview, but we're really going to dive into this mental health state and really be able to learn about mental well-being and how we can take care of ourselves so that we are able to take good care of ourselves. I'm not sure, did I answer the question? Mr. Michael, can you please just speak and let me know if I answered your question?
Yes, please. Yes. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you too. Okay. So here are the stages of mental health. Okay. So as I said, stage 1, okay. Stage 1, we all have mild symptoms and warning signs. So I'll use Mr. Michael's situation as an example. So stage 1 is like all he could eat was fruits and drinking water for 1 month. But the good thing that you did was that you went to the hospital to check out to see, hey, is there something going on with me? And at that time, if I was with you or if you had come to see me, you and I was going to do a full assessment, and I would have asked you a lot of questions to try to figure out maybe where this is coming from and maybe talk about some coping strategies or problem solving skills to help you manage it. But the good thing is that when you begin to feel these things, the mild symptoms is just giving you warning signs. Then stage 2, symptoms increase in frequency and severity and interfere with life activities and roles. So as I said, so if you were like not being able to, all that you're doing is just eating the fruits and drinking water and feeling stressed, it begins to interfere with your life. For example, You are not able to go to work. You are not able to eat well. You are not able to interact with people. You are isolating yourself. You feeling sad, that's stage 2. And then stage 3, symptoms worsen with relapsing and reoccurring episode accompanied by serious disruption in life activities and roles. So stage 3 is that it's getting really bad now. Now you can't do anything. It's like your life has become stagnant. All that you doing is just drinking water, eating food, and it's happening morning, afternoon, evening, at night. You can't sleep, and it's moved from 1 month. It's gone on to 2 months. It's gone on to 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Then stage 4, symptoms are persistent and severe and have jeopardized one's life. Now it's like you can't do much. And the serious ones, the very serious ones, have you seen the people that are on the street? You see them? The severe ones, that's the ones that is like, it's gotten really bad, that they can't do anything. They are overwhelmed. And you may not see all of them on the street, but that's a typical example, severe mental illness. So now here is the fun part, how to take care of your mental health. This applies to all of us because remember, we are all between mental well-being and mental illness. You see where my hand is? Mental well-being, mental illness. If I don't take care of my mental well-being, I may shift to mental illness. And sometimes you might be here or you might be here. Mental well-being, we always try our best to be here, mental well-being, so that we don't get to mental illness. So here are some keys to mental health. Social connection, okay? Social connection is people you are connected to, and that is very important. Let me tell you something. The people you are connected to in life can uplift you, can help you become a better person. We all need social connections. Our family members, our friends, we all need social connections. So it's important though, and this is something, so what I'm saying is broad, we'll get into that later. Social connection, how can I have good social connection? How can I make, good relationships, things like that? I have a part to play. The people I have relationships with, whether my brother, my sister, my husband, my wife, my auntie, my uncle, my cousins, my mom, my dad, I need to be connected, but it needs to be in a healthy way. So this is something that you need to work on, your social connections. Staying active. How many of you exercise? Staying active, like going for a walk. You don't have to be like running, like playing football. Like, do you all have your favorite sports you like to play, Staying active, you have to be physically fit. You can go for a walk every day. It's good for your brain. It's good for your physical well-being. Find a sport, your favorite sport. One thing I love about Ghana is that you can be outside. There is so many things you can do outside. And the weather, you have beautiful weather. You don't have to be in the snow. You don't have to worry about, if I go for, you can go out, get some fresh air, go for a walk, exercise, play football, play soccer, basketball, volleyball, go for swimming, go for a run. Try and at least every week be active. It's very good for your physical well-being. Then the next one, managing stress. How do I manage stress? When something is bothering you, when something is stressful to you, how do you get that out of your body? For me, I manage stress by running, because when you running, it's a way to get is the way to process my emotions. It's a way to get some negative emotions out. Being physically active, you know, it's a way to really get some energy out. I love to dance. Oh my goodness, I love dancing. That's how I manage stress. Some people like to write, some people like to sing, some people like to talk. Find your way of handling stress. Do we all have stress? Yes. Life is challenging. Life is stressful. Life comes with pain. Do we all have to go through it? Yes. We got to live it. So if we're going to live life, we have to find a way to manage the stresses that comes along with life. Okay? So find your stress relieving activity. And maybe Miss Letitia, you may want to put this down also. They should find what they can do to help them relieve stress. Healthy strategies, though. Healthy. It has to be healthy. Brain healthy diet. So what are you eating? You know, hope you're not eating a lot of junk food, a lot of candy, a lot of in US they call it soda, in Ghana they call it mineral, like drinking a lot of Fanta, a lot of Coke. You know, it's okay every now and then, but you have to eat healthy. Are you eating fruits? Are you eating vegetables? These things. Are you drinking water? It's so important. Let me tell you, if you watch how you eat alone, it can be very, very good for your mental well-being. Watch what you are eating. Make sure every day you're drinking water to keep yourself hydrated. Are you eating your oranges, your bananas? What fruits do you like? What vegetables do you like? Make it a habit to eat these healthy foods. Quality sleep. Are you sleeping well at night? Are you having at least, you know, I'll say 8 hours, but some people do not get 8 hours, but that's okay. If you do not get 8 hours of sleep, 7 hours, make sure you are sleeping and you are sleeping good. And all these things that I'm talking about, we're going to dive into it some more. Okay. I'm just giving you a broad overview. And then meaning and purpose. What does life mean to you? What is the purpose of life? Do you find meaning in life? Do you have a purpose in life? It's very, very important that you have meaning and purpose for life. Okay. I would like to end here. I have so many other suggestions. It's all here in the PowerPoint. Miss Letitia, you can share it with them, but I will conclude. I'll say, keep calm and take care of your mental health. That's all I have to say. I'm not sure if you have questions for me. I'm here, but thank you so much for your time. And thank you, Miss Letitia and the team. I'm very grateful to be part of this, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you soon and working with you. Thank you. All right. Letitia, Mr. Superman, Uncle Tony, you there? Let me see.
Hello, Stabina.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I've done well. At least I have learned a lot today. And I'm going to pass this message to the kids.
Yes.
And also boy child and girl child organization. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And let them know I'm available. As I said, this is my passion.
Okay.
I like to talk about mental health. So
okay. Thank you.
Sure. Let me see. I'm not sure. Is Uncle Tony there? Is Letitia? Tony, are you there? Hold on.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, so I was saying I was done with my presentation. So if you had any.
Hold on. Yeah, so we will have people asking questions. So you can just end your and just we open the floor to ask questions about right now with the understanding that they have to go back and define what mental health is. You
Yes.
you asked in the beginning, you asked the question.
Yes.
And so right now with the understanding, let's go back and find out what mental health is.
Yes. That's good. I like
So it's open to the floor now.
Can someone tell me what mental health is? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Mental health is a state of being well-being of mind.
Having well-being of your mind. Yeah. Yeah. Taking care of your mind. Yes. And do we all have mental health?
Yes.
We do. We all have our mental health. You see, you are feeling right now, your mental state is happy, so you are laughing. Excuse me, you are in a good mood. You laughed, right? We will do some activities, more activities. Yes, anything else?
A state of having a sound mind.
Yes, mental health is taking care of your, yes, it's taking care of your self so that you have sound mind. Yes, yes, that's good. That's good.
I know when she was asking, Miss Abby was asking the question about what mental health is. Somebody said that mental health is somebody who is not normal.
Yes.
So after all this, can the person come and make that statement again? Somebody said that. Yeah, you can come off mute. Yeah, you can come off mute and just let's talk about it. We are waiting. Is that frantic people there? Mr. Redu, if you are talking, we can't hear you. you can come off mute and just say something. Okay, so if there are no questions now, I believe that you have some homeworks for us to do, right?
I put down that they should write 3 things they have learned
Okay,
about mental health.
okay. So they have homework, and that homework is due before next week, so that we can go through and look at, go through it and make sure that they have understanding of what mental health is, because it's something that is very important. In the beginning, the answers that they said make sense. When you say somebody mental health, the whole thing that as soon as they say mental health, we go on a defensive mode.
Yes.
Hey, I don't have it. Hey, I don't have it. That I don't have mental health, and more especially we Africans, or we Ghanaians, or we people that comes from a Christian culture. As soon as you say that mental health, if you don't take care, they will let you drink the anointing oil.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's something that we have to be made aware. And these are things that are actually people are dying of with a simple knowledge of just talking to somebody. And people are dying. So it is so important for me. I remember that when my mother died, I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I thought there was something wrong with me. I said, when parent died or something, they cry. Then they told me that no, some people mourn differently. So if I'm not crying, then I really thought I was just getting depressed. That why am I not crying? Am I sick? Do I? No, but it is all part of it. And this education is good. And I thank you that we will be going deeper and deeper and coming to see what actually it is, and something that we can do to help. Okay, Letitia, any questions or any add-ons before we call it a day?
Oh, no questions. Grateful. Thank you, Miss Abby. What you guys don't know is that Miss Abby is part of the EBI team, and not just part of the EBI team. Every month, Miss Abby is sending money for you guys. So we want to really pray for her and thank her for really being there, believing in you guys. She really believes in you guys, that she's always checking up how are the kids in Ghana, and this idea of working with you guys on our mental health. It was something that it's like we gotta have with you guys, and I'm thankful to her for her time. You know, when she does these things, she get paid for it, but she's doing it for free today for us. And so we are thankful. Thank you. And next week she's going to continue. So this month she will be with us, helping us to really dive deeper when it comes to our mental health and how we can engage and interact with people, or stay away from people that are not going to help us when it comes to our mental health. So if you have any questions, she's going to be on the platform on our group, WhatsApp group. Text her or ask the questions on the platform, okay? Let her know how you felt today. And the homework is in our Google Classroom. And some of you are waiting for your certificates. I have it. They are coming. We want to have everything together when the items come from the US, okay? So have patience for us. And next week we will continue. So Auntie Abby or Miss Abby, if you have anything to add before we close, or anybody else, the floor is open.
Oh, I just want to say thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure being here today. Let me confirm next week with you, Miss Lit.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely something that we are going to continue.
Yes.
I have
Okay.
to check my schedule first. But
Okay. No problem.
yes,
But whatever it is, the story is not over. Okay, guys?
that's the beginning.
It's
Yeah.
the beginning. Okay. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
Yeah. Nice meeting all of you.
Okay. Bye.
Ifeanyi, what is it?